steps. Here's what I learned through the process as a person. If mentorship doesn't come to you, you can go to it. And that is how I found the best mentors that I have today. And that is how my mentors became my sponsors. That's going to be a conversation for another time. I learned to approach people. I learned to put myself out there because not everybody is going to come to you like we did with our Women in IT program, right? But sometimes you can just sit and watch and observe. It starts with your ambitions for yourself. What do you want to become? What does it look like in another person? And you will begin to see that in people. And when once you start seeing that in people, you start having, you start developing admiration for them. It is okay to approach them. I approached most of my mentors at the right time in the right place. Some people have said no to me. It did not kill me. And they were just polite to say, you know what, I'm mentoring a lot of people right now. I cannot mentor you. Like, fine, thank you. If you feel like you have enough room, reach out to me. And others have been very graceful. Oh my God. Wow. You think I am this? Okay, let's talk. Where do you want to be? So for mentoring to be effective, which is, I'm sure I'm answering your question right now, Adeline, you can actually make it formal, right? Make it structured, make it formal, where you have a cadence, where you meet, where you talk with your mentees. Give them that impression that you're taking them seriously because they come to you for assistance, they come to you for help. So you want to show them that, you know what, it takes courage to ask. And because you mustered this courage, I'm here to help you. So you create that environment, you create that cadence. You let the mentees determine for themselves what it is that they want to learn. And your role is to provide the resources for them. So if I came to you and I said, hey, Adeline, I'd like to come to England. I want to be able to do A, B, or C. You are my mentor. You know exactly what I want to do, right? I'm very specific. I want to come to England. Your role, because you probably have more experience, more expertise, more exposure, is to give me the tools. You don't have to hold my hand to take me to the place. You can send me a link to say, hey, Lizzie, based on our conversation, here are some resources that will help you. Make it more structured. Monthly meetings. Okay, what do you want us to talk next month? Write it down. A few days before, your mentee should be able to reach out and tell you, hey, this is what I would like for us to talk when we meet. Because they've had time to do their own homework. They've had time to introspect and retrospect to know exactly what the next step should be for them. And you will have the time to gather the resource for them. So when you meet, you're either sharing your experiences, you're sharing other people's experiences, or you're giving them the tools that they need to proceed. Something else that I also like to encourage is peer mentoring circles, where it is people from all walks of life. When you move away from the structured one, you know how you say, my girlfriend groups. That is an informal peer mentoring circle. Because within that group, there are people who are older than you. There are people who've had different experiences in life. There are people who've overcome certain challenges that you are yet to overcome or encounter. And when you have that peer mentoring circles where you just have conversations, you empower each other, you encourage each other, you will find that you grow without even realizing that. That is where you're extracting your germs for growth from. Something else that I always encourage is reverse mentoring. Let me explain reverse mentoring. With reverse mentoring, you take younger people who do not have much experience, much expertise, and pair them with older people or people who have more experiences, more expertise, but also have a gap. A typical example is we're now in the digital stage. You have to be able to use Teams, Google Meet. We're here using, on Facebook Live. There are many people who are excellent at their jobs, but they're not techie. They will tell you, Master, what's that? How's that? They will not team self. What's that mind the mute? You know, where do we do this? Where do I? There's some people who can speak for the world, but they cannot manage a Word document because they're just not techie. So when you pair somebody like that with a Gen Z or a younger generation that is all technology, right? They come with a level of expertise. It becomes a win-win situation for both. Because in that conversation, while the younger person is teaching the older person some of the things that they don't know, through conversations, the older person is sharing their experiences, their expertise. So everybody leaves winning, everybody leaves learning something. I just wanted to make sure I shared that particular experience because it works and it works